In this video, you're going to learn about the no-code tools that I use to run No Code MBA, which is an education platform that teaches you how to build apps, websites, and automations without writing code. So the first tool that I'm going to talk about is Webflow. Webflow is what we build our marketing site on, and it's a really great no-code tool that I highly recommend for a couple reasons. First, it scales really well, so there's a lot of really large companies that use Webflow, but also is really great for beginners, so a lot of beginners use Webflow as well, so it's great across the spectrum there. It also has something called a CMS, which allows you to save information in a database. So for example, this is a list of all of the courses on No Code MBA, and then those will be dynamically shown here in Webflow, and Webflow will also create individual pages for all of the courses using something called a template page in Webflow. So Webflow is a really great tool. It's what we use for our marketing site. Webflow is also really great for SEO. So by default, it's going to have a lot of things that Google and other search engines are looking for with SEO. So if you go to the Pages tab, for example, and you go to the settings, you can see it has SEO settings built in, which is really useful. The next tool that I use is something called JetBoost, and you can actually see the logo right here on the no-code tool directory that I have here on this site. And what JetBoost allows you to do is add additional features to your Webflow site. So there's a couple different areas where I use JetBoost on my Webflow site. So first here is browsing by categories. So JetBoost allows you to add in functionality where you can choose a category and show a filtered section here, which is really helpful for a variety of things. Another no-code tool that I use is called Senja, Senja, and I use it to collect reviews from No Code MBA members. So here, what it looks like in the back end is just a script because I'm embedding the reviews that Senja has collected for me, but I'm going to show you what it looks like on the front end. So here it is on the front end where you can see the reviews that were embedded shown. So we have video reviews and also text reviews. So it's a really great tool that I definitely recommend checking out. The next tool that I'm going to talk about is one that I actually don't use on No Code MBA anymore, but I did at first, and I'm going to tell you why I switched and why I chose it at first. So it's a tool called Memberstack, and what Memberstack allows you to do is build a login and a paywall on your Webflow site. So what you can do is have users sign up and pay for access and get access to hidden content and hidden pages here on your Webflow site. Now, that's what I used originally when I was first starting out with No Code MBA, and I had all of the video tutorials behind a paywall using Memberstack, and that tool worked really great for me. I scaled to over 500 members using Memberstack, but I ended up switching to Bubble and building the entire platform after you log in Bubble instead of using Memberstack. Now, the reason I did that is, as I'll show you in a minute, Bubble gives you more functionality and more customization than Webflow and Memberstack give you, but it's a lot more complicated to build, and you have to know how to use Bubble. So there's some complexities to using it, and it's much easier to get started using Webflow and Memberstack if you want to do something similar. So that's what I would recommend you do as well. But now what I use for the back end is actually Bubble. So as soon as you actually go to the sign up page and purchase and log in to No Code MBA, you're on Bubble. So I'm going to show you what that looks like now. So here we are in Bubble. This is a Bubble app that I built. And what it does is integrate the courses and community all in one platform. And I just built this in Bubble. There's no other no-code tools that I'm using, so I custom built it in Bubble. And you can see here's the community that I built in, and it's all connected through the same database, same login here. And if we go back, we can see all of the different courses, and I can go ahead and go into a course here and continue the project where I left off. And these are features that I've all built without writing any code in Bubble. So all of this is done directly through Bubble. We have notifications and and everything there. There's one other tool that I use, and that is Zapier. So I use Zapier for one specific use case, which is when there's a new podcast episode published for No Code MBA. So when it's published and a new episode is added to the RSS feed, what I do with Zapier is then send the information about that podcast to Webflow, and I store information in the Webflow CMS, and then show it here on one page, nocode.mba/podcast, or you can actually view all of the podcast episodes here in one page. So that's one other no-code tool that I use to do one specific task for me for the business. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you want to learn how to build your own websites and apps using no-code, similar to what I showed you with Webflow and Bubble already in this tutorial, check out No Code MBA. Go to nocode.mba or check out the link below in the description to check out all of our in-depth courses. Many of them are project-based courses where you'll learn how to build with no code by building real-world projects such as a Reddit clone or an Airbnb clone, and also how to build AI apps such as text and image generation apps using OpenAI and Stable Diffusion. If you have any questions, just leave a comment below. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next video. Be sure to subscribe so that you don't miss out on any of our future videos that we release.